Hello and welcome to Suite 301. I'm Sandy Sanderson, coming to you live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where we're going to be bringing you all the updates around all our Colt Club sports leagues. You can watch all our broadcasts live on our Facebook pages, our Suite 301 page, and on YouTube.
Yeah, and remember to like our Facebook pages, follow our Twitter accounts for all the latest news and media. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel for videos from around the leagues and to watch previous episodes of Suite 301.
All right, Christian. Well, let's get started. Welcome to February. Happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully, you and your wife had a enjoyable day yesterday.
We did. Yes,
Excellent.
It was.
Good.
Hope the same for you and your wife.
Yeah, it was the same old stuff.
Yes.
Shuffling between practice.
Exactly.
So, there were some cards involved, card exchange. So hopefully everyone out there had a good Valentine's Day. But that's not what you tuned in here for. You're here to talk about Colt Club sports. Let's dive into some basketball. Lots to talk about on basketball this month.
Really, really, really excited for our basketball segment this month. A lot of important information that we're going to be announcing. But before we get into the big announcement, which is our national championship announcement location where we're going for both men's and women's, I did want to get into some regional locations before we get to the national championship. Obviously, you have to go through regionals. We have 3 lockdown, signed, sealed, delivered so far. The North Atlantic Regional Tournament will be taking place at the Nittany Valley Sports Center April 2nd and 3rd. Many teams in the North Atlantic are familiar with that location, as that is where we hosted our fall tournament this past November. Great facility, so we're excited to get back there and work with the guys over at the Nittany Valley Sports Center. In the Mid-Atlantic, we're going to be heading down to Charlottesville, Virginia, at the University of Virginia, on the campus of the University of Virginia, to Mark Fletcher Gymnasium. That event will be on April 2nd, just a 4-teamer, so only 3 games. So we're going to knock that all out on Saturday, April 2nd. And then in the South Atlantic, we'll be heading down to Greenville, South Carolina, on the campus of Furman University, and we'll be at the Herman W. Lay Physical Activity Center to host that event as well. Just a 4-team tournament one day, so we'll knock that out all in one day as well. So you can always tune in to the regional page on our website for all the updates. All these are updated, and once we get the Great Lakes and the New England region locked in, those will be announced to the teams, and we will get word out about those as well. So teams should be excited. We're getting right into the heart of the season, where we're getting a lot of important games coming up and season deciding series and things like that. So pay attention to the regionals page, and obviously here in a few minutes we're going to be announcing where we're going to our national championships. So paying attention to our national championship page on our website as well. So that's the update there. I think let's get right into it. We have a special guest coming on. I'm not going to say anything. I would like our special guest to kind of announce where we are going, introduce himself, and announce where we are going. So let's bring our special guest on to the show. Welcome, sir. There you see, Mark Jenneret. Why don't you take it away and introduce, why don't you let our teams know, men's and women's, where we're heading for our national championships this year?
Well, no, thank you, Christian. And it's my absolute pleasure this afternoon to announce that the 2022 men's and the first ever Women's National Club Basketball Association Championship will be held here in lovely Erie, Pennsylvania, April 22nd through 24th. The men's tournament will be held at Gannon University's Highmark Event Center, and the women's at Mercyhurst University's Athletic Center. And we're really, really excited for this opportunity. We had everything locked down in 2020 to do the first ever women's tournament. COVID knocked that out. We're excited to be able to package both tournaments this year here in Erie. Yeah,
and Mark, we couldn't be more excited. I know Sandy and myself took a trip up to Erie I think it was this past fall, and got to tour both the venues that will have our national championships in. Gannon University, just a really special place, a place that has a historic feel to it, and give teams an idea of what they should expect when playing at Gannon University.
Well, like you said, Christian, it's very historic. It's always been rated by visiting D2 coaches as one of the hardest places to win a game on the road. There's a lot of history in the building. Things changed a little bit on Friday. They changed the name from the Hindenburg Center to the Highmark Event Center, which is exciting news. And I think the players that will get an opportunity to play in a championship here and earn an opportunity to play in a championship here will be excited to play in the atmosphere that the Highmark Event Center will present to them.
And the same thing on the Mercyhurst side of things. Can you explain what the women can look forward to with Mercyhurst?
Yeah, they've done tremendous work at Mercyhurst over the last few years, revamping all their athletic facilities. The latest to go under a major renovation was the Mercyhurst Athletic Center. If any of the players had ever been there before, they're not going to recognize it now. They changed the direction of the floor. They put in new seating. Just a spectacular venue on a beautiful campus, and again, a great place to play basketball.
And then I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, about Erie, PA. Us in Pittsburgh, we're just a 2-hour drive north to get to Erie. But for the 8 qualifying men's teams and 8 qualifying women's teams that qualify for these national championships, what can they expect when they get to Erie?
Well, we like to describe ourselves as a hidden gem here up on Lake Erie in northwestern Pennsylvania. We're sort of a bit of an outpost as the most of Pennsylvania considers us, but certainly easy, accessible. We've got an international airport, I-79 feed right into the city. The city is easy to get around, minimal traffic. We have 4,500 hotel rooms. We have Presque Isle State Park, which attracts more visitors annually than Yellowstone National Park. Lots of tourism going on here, some great hospitality businesses, hotels, restaurants. I think participants when they come here will be very surprised. Not a lot of people have embraced the fact that this is a growing city, lots of development going on, and lots of great things to do when they're not on the court, and certainly they can prepare themselves for the games as well.
Well, thank you, Mark. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you so far, and I can't wait to work with you as we leading up to the events. But until then, we will talk soon, and thank you for being on the show.
Appreciate you having me. It's been 2 years we've been waiting to do this, so we're excited to get it going in April, that's for sure. Thank you, guys. Beautiful, Mark. Thanks.
So that's it. We're heading to Erie for the men's and women's national championship tournaments. We developed a great relationship with Mark and the Erie Sports Commission back in 2020 when they were awarded the women's national championship. Obviously, like Mark mentioned, COVID had different plans and we weren't able to host that one, but we fostered a great relationship with that organization. Mark has just been fantastic in making sure that they're going to be rolling out the red carpet for our team. So I'm really, really excited about it. Both venues they're very much different, but they both have their special characteristics. The men's at Gannon University, it is a very historic. You can see some pictures of Highmark Event Center there. It has just a historic feel to it, but just a beautiful playing surface. The teams are going to love it, and I'm really, really excited about it. And Mercyhurst on the other end, is very modern. They just, like Mark said again, redid everything, and you can see that there, brand new playing surface, with color contrasting wood and things like that, and brand new. So the women's teams are going to love that facility as well. So and Erie's just a great place to be while you're in for the weekend. So fans and teams alike are really going to enjoy it, and I'm really excited that it's worked out this way.
It's really become amazing. And going back to how much it's great to work with Mark, I mean, we even before 2020 when we're going to take the women's championship there, we had worked with Erie to host our club football playoff, one of our playoff games there for the last 3 or 4 years prior to that. So we had a nice working relationship with the Erie Sports Commission, and love that we're able to partner up with them again on this. And really, Erie is a great town. There is tons of shopping, tons of food. You want to get outside, there's casinos too. All kinds of great places
to
spend your time when you're not at the court. So
absolutely, and all this information, I believe, it will be going live on our website. I think we have it scheduled for 3:15. So there's an official press release that is going to be released. Check that on our headline section as well as the national championship page. But all this is going to go live. So more information coming out, and as we lead up to the event, we're going to have the host hotels that we're working on right now, where teams will stay. I'm sure we're going to get several hotels where teams can choose from. So just stay tuned. Make sure that you're checking our website regularly, because we will have a lot of information coming out, especially about regionals and our national championship. So like I said earlier, it's a really exciting time in the NCBBA, both in men's and women's. I know we're even going to get to some teams that have clinched thus far postseason berths on both men's and women's. So it's an exciting time. And we hope that you're enjoying it thus far. So,
all right, well, let's get right into that. Why don't you? Now that I'm hungry for where we're going for the national championship, who's doing well? Take us through the top 20.
Yeah, so we got a new number one this past week. It came out last Friday. Boston College is the new number one team in the nation. They are sporting a 10-0 conference record, 12-0 non-overall record, but yeah, they are who the voters felt are the number one team. Obviously, you see they only have one first place vote, but they have a lot of high respect from the other voters in getting in, a top five vote. So they are a new number one team. Vermont, the previous number one, took a pretty big fall down to 7. They had a tough week against Northeastern in conference play, losing both games. But Vermont, a team that I have seen play with my own 2 eyes, is a very, very good team. And they're in a very good conference in that New England North. So they got Northeastern to deal with. They got the Harvard Classics to deal with. So it's going to be a fight to the finish, but I would not be surprised to see Vermont in that New England regional tournament. Another big name is Syracuse. Made a big jump. They were unranked and they jumped all the way up to number 9. They're sporting a spotless record as well, or an undefeated record as well. So a lot of movement, and again, really excited to see how things play out. We have the new Phenom Elite Top 20 pool coming out this Thursday, so make sure to tune in to see who is the number one team. Is it going to be Boston College, or is it going to be somebody else? So we will find out on Thursday.
All right, sounds great. And how about any updates as the season's going?
Yes, so like I mentioned earlier, we have 4 teams that have clinched postseason berths. Information, if you're tuning in and you're one of these teams and like, oh, wait, we did. Information will be going out to you officially, but I did want to, since we were talking a lot of postseason information this month, wanted to announce and congratulate these following 4 teams. In the Great Lakes North, we have a conference champion. It is the Fighting Irish from Notre Dame. They will be going as the Great Lakes North Conference champion to the Great Lakes Regional at a site yet to be determined. We feel on a goal line to make that announcement soon. Also, Creighton University, who has not clinched the conference championship yet, but they have clinched a spot. They are either going to win it or finish second. They are in the Great Lakes West. And then finally, in the South Atlantic South, we have both teams that are coming out of that conference in Auburn and Florida State, but they play this weekend. Florida State's going to have to sweep Auburn to win that conference. If Auburn wins both or even splits, they will be the conference champions. So we will know those winners or how they finish next week. But Auburn and Florida State are both in the postseason. That is for sure. So we got 4 now, and it's kind of like every week. Once scores start coming in, we check the standings page and more teams clinch. So a lot of basketball being played from here on out. So we will have more playoff teams clinching, in the coming weeks. So pay attention to that, and all for these the information for all these postseason events will be sent out to these teams shortly. So And then as far as housekeeping items, for teams just to kind of keep aware of and keep on their mind, on their radar, player additions to rosters. If you have room, if you haven't met that roster max of 18, you can add players all the way up until the national championship. There is no roster freeze in basketball. So make sure you're checking your roster and making sure that all the guys that should be on there are on there. And if there isn't a guy, please reach out to me. So be mindful of your rosters. Dues. Any teams that owe dues, those are due February 28th. So that is quickly approaching. So make sure to get those paid. If you need to know if you've paid or not, reach out to me and I can let you know very quickly. And then my last comment is to budget for the postseason. You know, we have 4 teams already clinched. Going to be many more in the coming weeks. So start now. Budget. You probably should have started at the beginning of the year, but you know, if you're a little bit behind, start budgeting, start doing fundraisers, because hotels, travel, things like that obviously cost money, and you don't want that budgetary reasons keeping you out from possibly winning a national championship. So budget for the postseason, and that is all I got specifically on the men's side of things, and I think we can go right into women's basketball.
All right.
And
we have Alec Verhoff available.
Talk with our guru of women's basketball, director of ops, Alec Verhoff. Alec, how excited are you be going to Erie, PA?
Oh, I'm pumped. You know, for women's basketball, it's been 2 years in the making, getting to Erie. You know, back in 2020, we had everything set up to go there. Unfortunately, had to cancel it. But, you know, now we're excited to get going there. You know, I've got to see those facilities 2 years ago. I haven't got to see the, you know, what Mercyhurst has done to their court and everything. So I'm excited to get out there and see that. I know our teams are going to love it out in Erie. You know, Mark is awesome. He's been great the 2 times I've worked with him on this. So, yeah, we're excited to get out there.
Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, Mercyhurst is an app. I mean, it was beautiful. I mean, it was brand new. Court was brand new. I even think they were still putting some finishing touches on some things while we were out there, some exciting things. So, yeah, the women are going to absolutely love being at Mercyhurst. Beautiful campus and beautiful facility. So, yeah, we're really excited about that. Alec, let's go through the top 15, women's top Phenom Elite top 15.
Yeah, so for the, I don't even know, every poll since the preseason poll, Penn State has remained unanimous, and they still do on this one. Indiana actually split with Ohio State, and they jumped Ohio State in the rankings. So, you know, they're a new team, so I'm excited to see them doing well. I think, you know, in the next polls, which come out next Thursday, the 24th, we could see a lot of shakeup between these. We've got some big matchups this weekend between number 1 and number 2. Syracuse is heading to Penn State to take them on. So, you know, if Syracuse can take 2 games from Penn State, you know, maybe they'll be the next number 1 team.
Awesome.
We've also got Kennesaw State heading to Coastal Carolina this weekend. Kennesaw State's actually the team that made the biggest jump from being unranked to being in the top 10. So, you know, they're the team to beat in the South Atlantic right now. But, you know, Coastal Carolina looks to have a pretty good squad too. And lastly, Grand Valley State actually just took 2 games from Saginaw Valley State, who's ranked 3rd.
Wow.
So, you know, I'm sure we'll see some movement there.
Well, great. Yeah, that's awesome. Good kudos to Grand Valley State, who was at the fall tip-off. Got to see them play as well. Let's talk about some season updates. I know we got, like on the men's side, you have some teams that have clinched postseason berths.
Yeah, with Grand Valley State, actually, with them taking those 2 games from Saginaw Valley State, they clinched the Great Lakes North Conference. So they've got their berth to the regional playoff. They'll be, you know, either a 1 or a 2 seed. With the format for the women's tournament, the top seed hosts, so they still have the you know, they still have that opportunity. They haven't clinched hosting yet, but they have clinched a top 2 seed in that tournament.
Awesome. And then as far as some housekeeping items on the women's side of things, is there anything different from the men's side?
No, I would say the big thing would be dues. If you haven't paid your annual league dues, you know, the deadline is the end of this month, 28th. Outside of that, you know, just make sure that you're paying attention to your schedule. We've had a lot of games getting rescheduled here and there due to whether it's COVID or weather or whatever it might be. So as those games get rescheduled, be wary that they have changed. So you need to account for that.
Beautiful. Good stuff, Alec. Thank you for joining us this month. That is it for men's basketball and women's basketball. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back to talk baseball.
The Game is the official headwear sponsor for Cold Club Sports. They offer our team's quality headwear, such as hats, visors, boonies, and beanies for a great low price. All items are customizable to meet our team's needs. Contact Felicia.Battaglia at coldclubsports.com for all of your headwear needs.
All right, we're back, folks, and I'd like to introduce to the set Eric Curator, VP of Baseball Operations. Eric, welcome to Suite 301.
How are we doing, guys? Looks like I'm a little off center here.
Hey, oh, wait.
So, all right. So, hey, you've got some World Series announcements to make yourself. Baseball championships. Talk to us about D1, D2 World Series coming up.
Yes, the Division I World Series. We're going to be headed to the campus of Lannard University. Donley Stadium is the name. Awesome facility. I know you guys are familiar with it as well. You guys are seeing it right now on the screen. Lannard University is the Division II school for NCAA, so they have a wonderful stadium for us to use. A lot of stadium seating, covered seating. It's a fairly new field. I believe it's 8 or 9 years old. It's gonna work real well for our teams. I know you guys took a site visit down there, I believe, last handful of years ago. Maybe.
It's probably been 5 or 6 years since I've been down there, but I couldn't believe how beautiful a stadium that was. The whole complex.
Yeah.
Everything going out to the soccer fields and everything. Like the whole complex was just state of the art, brand new, beautiful.
Yeah, and for probably just us three here are the only ones that know this, but they've been reaching out to us for at least, it feels like a decade, trying to get our event down there. So we're excited. We're excited to make it happen. I know they're excited. They got press releases going out. They got a lot of media, a lot of local attention with the students, the surrounding area. It's a college town, obviously, so it'll work well for our teams. A lot of major airports around. It's going to be good. It was built in 2012. I made a note, so look that up. Peach Belt Division II, NCAA. They've held the conference tournament there several years. Very good baseball program as well. So it's got all the amenities that are going to cater to our teams. It's going to work out well.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Moving right along, Division II. We are at Pullman Park here in Butler, Pennsylvania. About 45 minutes up the highway here. You guys are seeing it right there. Turf infield. It's an awesome grandstand. A lot of history here. I believe it was built in 1934. A couple of random side notes. They held the New York Yankees minor league farm system back 1936. I think they came, and Joe DiMaggio played there. Babe Ruth played there. Lou Gehrig, some big time names. So it's a great facility. We used it in the past for regional events
And the World Series. This is a return. The D2 World
Yeah, what
Series
year
was
was
once
2009, I believe.
Yeah. So it's going to work out real well. And like I was saying, it's right up the street from our office, so we're going to have the ability to put a lot of resources into it. The teams are excited for it. It's going to be a great event. GB's putting a lot of bells and whistles into it. It's going to be great when the time comes.
All right,
Jimbo.
good stuff.
Moving right along.
How about your top 20? Who's sitting pretty in D1 and D2?
So Division I, Virginia Tech, reigning national champion from this past spring. They got 15 of the 20 first-place votes. And just to round out the top 10, East Carolina, University of Iowa, University of Delaware, Oregon, Florida State, who made a big jump up from 14. I believe they're 7-0 on the year. Excuse me. They went 4-0 against Texas A&M, LSU, and another school that's escaping me. And then they just swept Florida this past weekend. So they're off to a great start. Kudos to them. And rounding out the top 10 from there is Illinois at 7, 2019 World Series champ. And then at 8, Iowa State. At 9, Miami of Ohio. And 10, University of Connecticut. These are online, obviously, so you can see them off our social media accounts, the websites. We are full blow in the season here. So our next one will be coming out next week. I expect a lot of changes each and every time this comes out because, a lot of big-time games coming up.
Absolutely.
Spring training, too, which we'll talk about in a little bit as well.
Yeah. How about the D2 rankings?
So we got Cal University of Pennsylvania. The interesting thing is University of North Dakota is in the 2 spot, but they've actually gotten 11 of the 15 first place votes. And they're a returning World Series team from last year. So kudos to those two. I know those two guys are sitting very pretty after the fall season. Should be an exciting spring for them and everybody else in those conferences as well. But just to round out the top 10, Wisconsin in the 3 spot, TCNJ in the 4 spot, 5 Ohio State, 6 Eastern Michigan, 7 SUNY Cortland, 8 West Virginia, 9 Metro State, and 10 James Madison. So again, these are online as well.
I love seeing TCNJ up that high.
Yeah,
Good for you guys.
they've played a lot of Division I teams, and I believe they've beaten a handful of them as well. So
All right.
props to those guys.
Yeah, that's when you think about the usual suspects at the top of the polls, you don't think TCNJ, but good for you
Yeah.
guys. Keep that season going.
And the new one in Division II will be coming out this Thursday. So keep an eye out for that when the time comes.
All right, good stuff. Any other season updates we should know about?
I know you guys are going to talk about spring training a little bit here, but just stay up to date with the website. A lot of great games coming up. Like I was saying earlier, the season is full in swing. We got at least 30 to 40 teams playing a weekend now, if not more. So a lot of exciting matchups, a lot of exciting results to be on the watch for. Just stay up to date with both websites. Excuse me. Season's full in swing. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That covers your housekeeping too, or what?
Housekeeping, I made a couple of quick notes. Rosters, majority of you guys have these done already, especially in the Division II side. But, as you start getting closer to your first series of the year, especially teams out in the Midwest, in those bad weather areas as those are coming up, make sure your rosters are handled. As I was saying earlier, stay up to date with the website, especially the postseason tabs. Regional playoff information will be posted later this week. We're going to get those updated. The World Series tab has all the information on the World Series, so stay on the lookout for that. Stats, be updating your stats, not only for weekly awards to be eligible, but there's leaderboards and there's All-American awards at the end of the year, so please be doing those as you go. It'll just make your life a lot easier. And as Christian mentioned on the basketball side, same idea for baseball. Dues February 28th coming up.
All right.
Make sure that is handled. Any questions? Let myself know. Division I, Jimmy know in Division II.
All right, sounds good. Well, hey, you kept talking about spring training, which is kind of where I'm spending most of my focus. It's real exciting about where we are right now. Of course, you've probably now seen the 60-some teams that are coming down to Panama City Beach, the Panama City Beach Sports Complex, starting. I think our first games are March 6th. First practice is March 5th. 3-week period down there, and it's coming along great. Schedule's been out for a month and a half now. We're setting up our staff, all our transportations, set up. We're ready to rock. Just ordered all the souvenir gear, all the swag. Got ordered this yesterday. So we're going to have some great stuff for sale for you players and fans down there. One of the things that was pretty interesting is I got a random email from some people who were telling me, hey, we normally go to Scottsdale, Arizona every year to go to watch vacation and go see spring training baseball. MLB's on strike. So how do I'm near the Panhandle. I want to come on down and see some baseball. How do I get into these swing in the spring games? So we've got some random, people that are missing out on MLB spring training that want us to come by and check out what the college club baseball scene's doing. So we're excited about that. Another big thing we got going on, as you may have seen on social media this week, Monday we introduced one of our new sponsors for spring training, Domino's Pizza. They got 3 locations in PCB. They're going to be on the VIP card for all the players. Got a great deal in store for teams, $7 one-topping large pizzas. No limit, no minimum. Come get 1,000 pizzas if you want. They're $7 a piece. So just exclusively for the teams and anyone with a VIP card. This morning we announced we just signed another sponsorship with Beef O'Brady's. People in Florida probably know them. They're a chain down there, sports bar, restaurant kind of place. Good food and good drinks too. And I think they're offering 10% off the check to anybody, any NCBA, NCSA spring training, Swing in the Spring participants. And stay tuned because we hope to make another announcement tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, each with a new sponsor we hope to be announcing is officially on board. So we're excited about it. We got some good partnerships in the area coming around. We're trying to space it out. Restaurants, bars, the pizza. We hope to have some partnerships with some of the fun things to do in Panama City Beach. There's lots to do. Parasailing, jet skis, pontoon boats, double-decker pontoon boats, go-karts. Oh man, they've got golf cart rentals. Lots of fun things going on, and we hope to be partnering with some people there to get you guys some great discounts and opportunities while you're on spring break in PCB. So that's what I got to tell you about PCB right now. Stay tuned. There'll be more to come. Next show, I'll probably be down there. So
yeah,
looking forward to it.
It's crazy how quickly this is all. You're talking about spring training. Like, shoot, you're talking about in my office the other day about you'll probably be down there in a couple, and I'm like, whoa, this is
I leave in
here.
in 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is it's here, which is crazy. But I'm thrilled with how much work has gone into it and how much the teams are going to absolutely love it down there, and finally, thankfully, getting to host a spring training. So
absolutely, and the way nothing's stopping us. We're rocking and rolling. Let's go. I'm going to come back to the office burnt through a crisp. Let's go.
Good. Well, let's PCB's, going to be here before we know it. We got swing into spring out in the west, out in Henderson and Mesquite. Do we have Alec back on? Can we bring him back? Is he still there? There he is. Look at that face. Alec.
Is he frozen?
Is he frozen, or is he just... I think he might have left. All right. Well, while we try and maybe get Alec back on, I know it looks like we have the schedule has been released for both events. So if you are participating, that schedule is online and up on the screen right there. This is the Mesquite schedule. So you got Pioneer Park and Hunter Park there. So teams, I'm assuming, are aware of that of who they're playing, when they're playing. But a lot of great teams going out to Mesquite, and I know in Henderson as well. You can see the Henderson schedule there. So yeah, the spring training websites are up to date. I hope teams are utilizing those and following along. But yeah, spring training West is, I believe, up to 14 teams, which is a record for us, and I know a lot of teams out there are excited about it, and we're hopefully just going to continue to grow that to get to the numbers that we have out in Panama City Beach and up in that 60 team mark. We have the participation out there. It's just a matter of getting those teams to come out once, because once they come out, they are repeat customers. So stay up to date on that. Again, spring training website on the NCBA website is where you can find all that information. Hotels for the event. We have some locked in Henderson. The Henderson Hotel is Virgin River Hotel and Casino. I believe that is backwards. I believe Virgin River is out in Mesquite, and I believe the hotel in Henderson is to be determined. Speaking with Alec on the phone a little bit about that the other day. That's why I know that. So, again, any questions about that, you can reach out to Alec Verhoff at alec.verhoff@callclubsports.com. But yeah, lots of exciting stuff. Spring training is upon us, and should be very exciting. Looking forward to it. We're going to take another quick commercial break. We'll be back in about 20 seconds. We're going to be talking club softball.
The proud uniform, equipment, and ball sponsor of the National Club Baseball and Softball Associations. Teams receive up to 45% off on all their orders. For more information, including catalogs and price quotes, contact our front office today.
All right, we're back after that quick break, and we are excited to introduce Lacey to the set. Lacey, welcome to Suite 301.
Thank
Assistant
you.
Director of Softball Ops.
Thank you.
Softball. It's exciting. It's a great sport, but I mean, it's getting to be that time of year where people are either on the field or they're getting that itch to get on the field. We've got a number one team in the NCSA right now, and why don't you talk to us a little bit about that team?
Yeah, so our number one team from the top 20 was the University of Delaware, and we're gonna have Megan, which is the president, come on and talk as our special guest this month, and yeah, we can't wait to hear what she says about the season, what her team has in store for this upcoming season.
All right. There she is.
Hi.
Hi, Megan.
Megan, welcome to Suite 301. First appearance for you, I believe.
Yes, it is. Thank you for having me.
Hey, congratulations on University of Delaware holding that number one spot in the NCSA. A really shining achievement, but hopefully for you, it's a precursor to where the rest of the season's going to go, right? Because being ranked number one isn't the same as holding that number one trophy on the last day. So good luck to you. Good luck to you and the ladies in your pursuit of that.
Thank you.
So, Megan, we do have a couple questions for you. We would like to know a little bit more about the University of Delaware and let the NCSA know more about your team as well. So the first question I want to ask is, what does your team have, what do you do as a team to dominate in the NCSA every year?
Sure. So it really helps that we all share the love of the game. We all have a competitive edge to us that makes it super fun because once we win, we just keep working harder and we want to keep feeling that feeling. We're really unique in the fact that all of our players are so versatile. So I can put anyone anywhere in the field and we will succeed. We're lucky because we blend very well together. We come together as one no matter what. And I think that really makes us successful and dominate in the NCSA.
That's great. Also, another question. What team bonding activities does your team do in the off season to keep the chemistry going for the years to come?
Yeah, so we do. We try to have team bonding as much as possible because it's super important to have a relationship off the field as well as on the field. I think us getting together all the time has made us such a close-knit group, and it really has shown to make us a better group of people. So usually at the beginning of the season, once we have tryouts, we have a pizza night and we have game night. We get to know each other. And then we also have some little things throughout the season. We did a charcuterie board competition night the other week. And try to vote on which one's the best. We have ice cream sundae. It's just fun little things that we do throughout the season to try to stay close together as a team.
Megan, next year, if you need a guest judge for the charcuterie board competition, I will sign up. I love delicious meats and cheeses.
I will let you know.
All right. You get some calamari olives on there, too?
Yeah, we had a fun one. One of the girls made one with all pickles and olives. It was interesting.
That one won in Sandy's heart.
Yeah.
Pickles.
Pickles and olives, I'm in.
Stay away from celery and spiders and
pork.
pulled pork.
Yeah.
Well, good. Sorry. Go
ahead.
Megan, sorry, I'm thinking charcuterie board, but obviously, being a part of the NCSA's, I'm hoping is an amazing thing for you guys. But what is your favorite part of being in the NCSA?
Yeah, I think it's really a great organization. It allows us to really focus on enjoying the game and playing with other teams. And you guys are super helpful to the NCSA to guide us and coordinate everything. Our regional director Jules, she's super great. Always a text away, a call away if we need it. That goes for the higher ups as well. And then within the NCSA, the teams itself are great. The competition is phenomenal. It allows us to have so much fun throughout the season, but also have that competitive play at the college level, which is all what we're super grateful to have. So we can focus on our studies as well as play and have a good time. So that's probably the favorite part of the NCSA is everyone's helpfulness and everyone's support for the game.
Megan, I got to ask you about Kara Kasnick, senior catcher. I guess she plays a little third base too. She's hitting an astounding 545 on the season. Talk to me about her. Is she just having a great year, or is she just all-time star?
Yeah, she's great. She's our number one catcher. she's always been great for the past 4 years that I've played with her, but this year especially, she's worked really, really hard at getting better with her bat, and she has shown tremendous, like, she did a tremendous job. And I couldn't be proud of her. Couldn't be more proud.
Tell us about her. Like, where's she from? Like, what's is she local to Delaware?
Yeah, she actually is. She's from Wilmington, Delaware, right here. She's actually my roommate.
So she's somewhere nearby. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, she's putting up some impressive numbers. Is she there? Is she going to cameo on the camera right now? Okay. Well, she's putting up some impressive numbers. I mean, people are going to have to, as they realize that the road to Columbus, Georgia runs through Delaware, they realize that to beat Delaware, they're going to have to, keep Kara's bat at bay right now. So that's great. Good for her on such a great season, and to see that the hard work is paid off at the plate.
And then piggybacking off of Sandy's question about Kara, you got a senior pitcher. Obviously, pitching is an important aspect of the game. Marissa Brown. Look at this, 6-0, 1.56 ERA, 36 strikeouts, only 5 walks in 31 innings pitched. Talk to us about Marissa.
Yeah, she's a great asset to the team. She actually tried out for the school team, the NCAA team, and has decided to continue her softball career with them for the rest of the season.
Wow.
So while that's a big loss for us, we are super proud of her and excited to see her journey continue with them.
Well, congratulations to Marissa. Yeah, that's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Is Marissa going to win a national championship on the varsity?
I hope so.
All right. Well, I have a feeling Kara's got a shot with the club team, so good luck to you. You and the rest of the Blue Hens. All right. Well, thank you so much, Megan, for joining us on this episode of Suite 301. Lacey, talk to us some more about what's going on in the NCSA.
All right. So once again, thank you, Megan, for joining us, and good luck the rest of the season to you and your team. We're going to move on to housekeeping items. So a little change for this month. We're going to be doing the top 20. It's going to be released on February 25th. That's something new. It's usually released in the middle of the month, but we decided to do it at the end. The last day to pay the dues will be February 28th. And the weekly submissions, we would like all teams to submit those Monday after they play their series to your regional directors. If you need a copy of those, you can definitely send me an email, and I will send that form to you right away. Also, the roster removal period is going to be February 21st through the 28th, so that will be happening next weekend. If you need to remove anyone on your roster, that is the time to do it. You can do up to 8 players at a time.
All right. And now, looking, I don't want to look too far into the future because we've got a whole regular season and regional playoffs and World Series and lots of exciting stuff going on in 22. Mm-hmm. But when we look at 22-23, we've added 5 new teams already.
Yeah, we did.
Which is outstanding to have 5 brand new teams sign on for next year, wanting to lock their spot in for next year. 5 teams on board already, so welcome to them. Talk to us about those teams.
Yes, so the 5 new teams that are joining for the 2022-23 season are going to be Stonehill College, Western Colorado University, Fairfield University, the University of South Carolina, and the Central Maine Community College.
And Stonehill's also in Maine, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So 2 new Maine schools, and then Fairfield's in Connecticut, right?
Yep, Connecticut.
So, boom, 3 new additions to New England. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting full up there.
Definitely.
So
it's already a big section.
Yep. All right, great stuff. Well, thank you, Lacey, for
having me.
all the updates on the NCSA. Next, we're going to move on to some NCFA football. I guess we're going to keep it right here, so for me to talk about. Biggest thing that came out recently in the NCFA is the academic All-Americans were released. The new process this year that was voted on by the teams is in the past we had players who achieved a standard level of academic excellence were considered eligible to be selected as an academic All-American. The rule is now changed that all players that meet that academic level become an All-American. So technically every player in the league, if they were to all have over a 3.0, would become academic All-Americans. But that is not the case. Not everybody that has the best grades in the world. So let's take a look at who our academic All-Americans on offense are this year. So you can see there we got 3 quarterbacks within the league pulled over a 3.0. Running backs, we had 4 of them. Smart group of wide receivers in this
Look at
league.
that.
Yeah, they stay out of the trenches so they don't get banged up. We got some tight ends there, and there's our offensive linemen. So congratulations to all those offensive players who worked hard on the gridiron, but also in the classroom too. Let's slide over and take a look at the defense and special teams academic All-Americans. There we go. And, of course, this is available on the NCFA website. You can go right at the top. There's an All-Americans tab where you can see not just the academic All-Americans, you can see the athletic All-Americans as well as past All-American and postseason award winners, all archived there right on the NCFA one's website. Some housekeeping items on the NCFA side of things. League participation agreements are due this Friday, the 18th. Number one thing in the world right now in the NCFA is get those LPAs in if you haven't already. That's what secures your spot in the league. All of our decisions, we don't move forward until LPAs are in. So once after Friday, Monday, we'll get together, Dave Mogensen and I, and say, all right, here's who's in. Here's how we're going to break up the conferences. Here's how the playoffs are going to run. And we have agreed to bring back playoffs. We've done some other things where the teams have requested. We've always in the past provided 6 game balls, NCAA game balls. The teams all said to us, we'll take 12. If you can get us 12, we'll take 12. So, of course, dues had to go up a little bit to cover it, but they're all going to get a dozen NCFA game balls as part of their membership. So, LPAs, do this Friday. Make sure you get that in. Schedule request forms also went out, I think, 2 weeks ago. They're due the weekend after, or the Friday after, February 25th, because once we, while we're as soon as we know who's in, we can divide up the conferences. We want to get that conference schedule out so people can start releasing or putting together their non-conference schedule. And the league meeting has not been set yet, not a specific date yet, but it is planned to be held in mid-March online. So that is what we've got going on the NCFA side of things. Give you a new report next Suite 301.
Beautiful.
All right.
Let's close this sucker up.
All right. Hey, that's our show for this month. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Suite 301. Always don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
Next episode is March 15th at 3:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Facebook Live. Join us to catch up on everything that's happening around Call Club Sports.
Hey, and don't forget, it's a game.
Have fun.